Hi everyone, this is T from Faceless Stitcher. This is my first official in this account, Flosstube. So I'm gonna show you the projects that I have going on. Show you a bit of my collection of floss and show you, just talking a bit about my projects. First thing, I'm Brazilian, so the stitching community here, I don't know people that do this kind of work that I do, like not like modern kind of stitch. Probably there are people that do this, but I don't know. Like, I just started this kind of hobby because my mom has this collection. Probably most part of this floss, it is older than me, so she started this back before I was even born. Like, she used to do a lot of like handcraft things, like painting and sewing and doing cross stitch, crochet, and these kind of things. But she never like continued doing, and at the pandemic in 2020 I started looking for another hobby. I was not really in a good mind space at the time, and I remember that she had this collection. At that time, nothing was in bobbins, everything was in skeins, like this. Was a lot of knots to take it off. It was a bit of work, like a lot of work, but it is worth it. And because I already have, like, in 2020 I finished a embroidery. I start with embroidery. My English, that's the second like reason that I'm doing this kind of floss job, is to be better at my English, my speaking. Like, I'm really good reader because I read a lot English, like books in English. And the second is just to meet more people that has this kind of hobby and to share my work. So at that time, like 2020, she had everything in skeins. Like you can see, I use Anchor. Here in Brazil, DMC is not very popular because it is kind of the double of the price, and Anchor is the popular brand that we have here. It is about R$3 one skein of this, if you're curious how much it costs. $1 for us is about 550 reais, so it is $1 to 550 reais. So it's quite, for you guys that use dollars or pounds or euros, it's quite cheap too, but for us it is, but it's not. Like, depending on the project, it can be really expensive. I am lucky enough to have this collection, so it's quite nice to not spend a lot. Like, this one's not new because the ones that I have here I already use it. But the needles that I use are normally these smaller ones, like really thin. I believe these are the 26 or 28. I don't know. I'm gonna look. I love the small ones. I don't know. It's better for work. But when I have like big Ada, I prefer the bulky ones. It's better. It's not like fuzzy. I don't know. Yeah. I have a lot of these ones are better for like big Ada. I normally use Ada for these ones are for my embroidery that I don't do more. I think I need to get back on that. I have these ones too. I don't know the sizes. I need to look at it because I bought these on AliExpress. It was like, I think he came like 100 needles. I don't know, 100 or 200 needles for like $30 something. It was really cheap and I love them. They are really great. Yeah, second thing or third or whatever. I do work on my cross stitch on Ada. Here in Brazil, I didn't find. Actually, I never look at it to like linen. I think linen, even weave, and those kind of fabrics. Recently, I found the name for like the translation. Linen, I already know, is for those if you are Portuguese speaker and in Brazil. I don't know how the translation will be for Portugal because it's quite different. For those who don't know, Brazil speaks Portuguese and it's quite different from the Portuguese from Portugal. And even though people think they are not, they are really different. And it's really different from like English from United States, from the English from Britain, like the British English. They're really different, like the vocabulary is really different. But yeah, whatever. The translation for linen is linear. The translation for even weave, I believe, is canhamo. If I'm not wrong, yeah, I think it's canhamo, something like that. Yeah. So, but I normally work. All of my projects of cross stitch, they are in Ada because for me it's easier. It's easier because I'm learning. I'm still like doing. I'm not my eyes. I'm young. I'm 25, by the way. But I already wear glasses, and I don't want to force my eyes too much. So for me, it is working the way it should with Ada. I am maybe one of these days I'm going to the fabric store here. And like in my city, we have like the downtown area. I think it is most part of the Brazilian cities. We have like a kind of downtown area that a few streets you can find things just there. And I'm sorry if it's the camera is shaking because it is in a tripod on top of a few books on mine, so sorry. But yeah, so here in Brazil it's very common. We have like these streets that have just that kind of stuff. So here in my city we have kind of a block of a street that just fabric stores and craft things. So if you want something from this type of things, if you don't find there, you probably not gonna find anywhere else. Just if the salesperson tells you where can have. But yeah, so I need to go. One of these days I'm gonna go one Saturday morning and go to these stores to see if I can find some even weave or linen. I don't know how to say it, but just to try out the ones that I think we have here is the 25 count. So I'm maybe gonna buy like a half a meter. By the way, in Brazil we use magical system, so you probably not gonna hear me talk in feet, yards, or maybe just inches, because the counts that we have is quite the same, but we normally don't use the like 16 count, whatever. When we buy just for the looks, I believe. But yeah. So I don't know what I was saying before. But yeah, I'm gonna show you my projects. So the oldest for the newest that I have. This one I believe I started in 2021. Yeah, I have another ones that already finished. I'm gonna put the pictures later. But this one is supposed to be like a moon and a tree here with has a bird around here, like a tree branch around here, and yeah, it's 100 to 100 stitches. Like this was like the first project that I started in Black Ada, and at the beginning I hated it because I couldn't see shit. I don't know if you can see like the white pen around it. It is a white gel pen that I hope will get out when I wash it. I am always washing my stuff, like, because I like use a lot of pens and hydrocolors and a lot of stuff, so to mark where I need these stitches. So yeah, so this is Black Ada. I believe this is like 6 count, 8 count. I'm gonna look at I have like a little sheet that I have. But yeah, this floss right here, it is kind of like a satin floss, and glows in the dark, like with like a black light, you know. Yeah, you can see like a few stitches. I don't like using like this big fabric, like 8 big smaller counts, like 6, 8, because the floss get like really weird. So I don't like it like when you can't see how they are, you know. But yeah, I don't know if I ever gonna finish this. Hope so. One day I will. I don't even have like the I don't even have the pleasure to work on this. So the second, this is not this one. I believe it's this one. So this one is a huge one. This is the biggest one that I ever did. I already have a plan to a bigger one, by the way. So this one, I don't know, I don't remember the artist, but I believe it is on Etsy. I hope you can. I don't have the best setup here, but I think you can see it is 200 to 200. It is pretty awesome. I already have like 70% complete, so it's close. I believe this year. I hope this year I finish, because I started in 2022 and I really don't plan on moving for next year. I'm doing like color by color now. For me it's quite easier, so at this point it's easier to do it color by color. But yes, I don't remember how many colors we have here, but it is quite a few. I believe it's like less than 30. So yeah, I'm gonna put on the screen. I'm gonna try to put on the screen about the project, and maybe in the description the links for it. This one I made it myself with a pixelator picture. So yeah, at that time I was using Excel, like has a site that you generate the picture, and I was using Excel to keep track of this. But now I use Pattern Keeper. For me it's the best app. I recently downloaded a Mark XP, I believe the name of the project, the app. It is for iOS. I do have a phone. My phone is in Android, but I have an iPad, so I was downloading there because Pattern Keeper. Oh yeah, the back is messy, but not that much. I do travel a bit with the floss, like not a lot, but like when it's just like these little stores, I travel. But yeah, it's pretty neat. Not very much, like it gets bulky in these parts like this, but the rest is quite okay. But yeah, I recently downloaded Markup XR, something like that, in my iPad. I didn't like it very much. I don't know, I'm still learning how to use it. I put the new projects that I'm working on it. Yes, and another thing about this project is that I start doing 4 strands. By the way, this is, I believe, for my counts these last days, it is a 16 count or 14. I believe it's 16, but yeah. Since I already washed it a lot, these. So yeah. So this is a 16 count. I started doing 4 strands. So I do like a loop start. For me it's easier, because then I don't need like to whatever. But then it gets bulky, and I switch for 3 strands, and it gets a lot easier. Like this part right here, I don't know if you can see it, but this part right here, the blue ones, it is 4 strands, but then we get here, it is 3. I think you can see it a bit, but not that much. So the rest, like, I really started, but I was like, nah, I'm not doing it. And it gets really hard to push through the needle, and I was like not having it. So I stopped it and I just switch for like 3 strands. And yeah, I have statistics about the how much of a thread I use it per project, like per type of fabric. For example, this 16 count, it is about 1 centimeter per per stitch. Like each stitch uses about 1 centimeter. So for me to do like the how much I'm gonna use it for each project, like how many meters I'm gonna need it, how many these things I'm gonna need it, like skeins I'm gonna need it, is easier. So I already have like statistics. And normally, for example, if you use 3 strands of this, no, he has 6, right? So if you use 3, it's gonna be 800. This one is like 8 meters, and 1 meter is about 0.9. Quite the opposite. 1 yard, it is 0.91 meters. So yeah, you do the math there. So if you have we have 6 strands. So if you use 3, and it is 1 centimeter each stitch. So in this skein, you're gonna at least have about 1,600, so 1,600 stitches. So that depends on how much you use it, how much strands you use it, but for 8 meters it is about 800 stitches. But yeah, so this third oldest, it is this Ravenclaw, like Harry Potter crest, I think you say it. So I'm doing this. It is like I think it is a free pattern. I think I found it on Tumblr or Pinterest, but it is free. I found out one of these days. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm using like metallic floss in the bird part. Like this I switch a color in this part of the bird, and I'm gonna have like a silver metallic one at the back of this. I believe it's at the back or is around here. But yeah, I'm working on it today. Actually, I was doing these blue parts and a few of the bird, and I finished this part. So I believe it's more than 50% complete, almost 60. That one is 70. So I'm hoping finish this year. Hope so. Yeah. Actually, one fun thing is that in the partner, like the original one, this part right here is different. But what I did was to like just mirror it, this part here, because it was getting really weird. I was like having weird, like it was horrible. But yeah, so I made it work. Now I think it's better. Yeah. So I already did like oh my gosh, what is the name? It's a littering one for one of my friends for her birthday. Was really nice. I'm gonna pop off a picture. Was really nice, like really nice. The only thing that I hope that I did there was like match better the greens, because at that time I was like not having, I didn't thought a lot about it, but then when I finished I was noticed, oh man, I should do like a better green combination. But yeah, so the next one is a little one that I keep in my bag for me to stitch when I'm at college. I do civil engineering. I am in my kind of final year. I'm in the 8th semester. It is 10 semesters, so it's still a bit of going. So yeah, I keep this in my bag just to stitch when I have like free time there, or I'm not like wanting to socialize a lot, whatever. I need to buy the floss because this color right here is the 169 anchor, because it is quite at the end and don't have enough to finish the rest of this, because the only color the rest that I need to stitch is this one, 169. Yeah, I think this is a free pattern too. I think I found it on Reddit or Tumblr. I don't remember. But yeah, and the last one is like 99 finish. This one is from Cross Stitch for Soul. I think the name of the author, it is the designer actually. It is Emma Cardigan or something like that. So yeah, I did enjoy doing this. I really love it. I think it's beautiful. It says, be not afraid of going slowly, be afraid of only standing still. I need to do like back stitch here and do this because I wash it, and I noticed that the white things didn't get out, sadly. But I need to redo these things because when I wash it, it kind of mess, because this is the silky like floss. It is horrible to use it. Really bad, like really bad. I hated using it, but it's beautiful because it is like quite a metallic finish. So yeah, like you see, but yeah, I need to finish better. And I need to put like the out of this part right here, like the another green that has there. So yeah, I think I'm gonna finish this month, like May. Yeah, it's beautiful though. I love it, and I love it even more that I did in the black fabric, even though it's not like, it's really hard to see it, but yeah. Like you can see, like I'm gonna move you around a bit, so just so I can show you my floss. This is the collection that I have. This is about 200 and something colors, I believe, or is 100 and something, like 150 colors, 200 colors, something like that. So I have this, they are in bobbins, because for me it's way easier to storage things. Like you can see, it keeps everything organized. Like, let me take this off. Like, it's quite organized, quite like fine. So yeah. Another thing that I use are these Pilot friction pens, because they can be raised with heat. So I have like all of the colors they have. These are just 3, but I have the pink, the purple, the other blue. This is the blue one. So normally the scissors that I use, I bought on the AliExpress too. And yeah, normally I keep my projects in these little containers. That is like a little version of these big ones. I just have like the floss, the scraps, and the needles on a magnet. I put this, I have like a little pins that I didn't use anymore, so I like stitch a magnet that I have like from sound boxes. I don't know if you guys, I don't know if in English you call that, but yeah, it's just a bunch of needles and my floss, like floss scraps, and the bobbins. For me, again, it is easier to storage them in bobbins than it is to keep them in this format or in floss drops or something like that. And like how I do my floss bobbins, it is I printed these ones, and then I just cut it. Like this is a 300 GMC paper, craft paper. Yeah, like pretty basic, and for me it's work better than these plastic ones, because they don't hold the floss right here. Like they don't. In the paper they do work quite better. And at the beginning I was using like these big ones because they are this size of here, but then I switched for the size of the plastic ones, so it could fit more things. And the other like boxes that I have, these ones, they fit better. Like let me show you one that I have. Like this one is the other floss that I don't use, but like you can see they fit quite better. Like this size of here is smaller, so they fit quite better here than the other. These are the colors of the 6 that I have. I bought on the AliExpress too. I used to like hoops, and I have a Q-snap too, so I'm using both. And yeah, sometimes I do this. I'm gonna move you around. I have like, I put the this can't like the floss on the needle and stick on my board that I have here. So yeah, so it's easier to work. I just, when I'm in the mood, I just do like that. And just a disclaimer, it is the name of the channel, it is Faceless Stitcher, because I'm not gonna show my face. I'm not really comfortable on showing my face. It's just like I don't have the self-esteem to do it and anything like that. And yeah, thanks for today about cross stitch and stitching in general is this. I have a plan to restart 3 big projects. They are like full coverage ones. I'm gonna put on the screen like the pictures of it. And another thing that I'm doing too is that I'm going to use all of the schemes of the colors that I need, and then I'm gonna buy more because I am noticed that I have a lot of schemes that I can't like switch colors. Like for example, the projects that I wanted to work on it, they have like a lot of floss that I don't have, like the original ones. So what happened is I will switch colors to the ones that I have here, and then like that it looks like, because why I'm gonna buy more when I have these kind of like, I have a really big collection here and I can use all of this. So for me, I do this for all of my projects. Like I switch colors when I see like the colors that I have or really similar. So yeah, in college, if you interested in personal whatever, I do civil engineering in college. I'm 25 years old, by the way, and I'm my 8th semester of 10. Here in Brazil, engineering is about 5 years, and before I was in this college, I did start another type of engineering, didn't like it, so I switched. And right now I do internship in the mornings and have classes at afternoon. Again, I'm Brazilian, so I live in the northeastern of Brazil. We have a lot of beautiful beaches, and I am lucky to live in one of the best cities around here for these kind of things. We have a lot of beautiful beaches, and I grew up going to them. And yeah, right now my life is quite slow because I don't have classes at the moment, because we have quite a mess in Brazil education right now. Yeah, it's just, if you are Brazilian, you understand what I'm talking about. If you use like, because here in Brazil is different from the rest of the world. The best universities are the federal and the state ones, so we don't exactly pay for it. Our like superior education, it is free. We pay with taxes, of course, but it's not like hundreds of thousands of dollars for a year worth. Of course, we have like private education, like private higher education, but we have like the public ones too, and these are like the best ones. So we are, yeah, I don't know how to explain this in English, like I don't have the vocabulary for it, but yeah, like it's a mess, but it's not a bad mess. It's just what happens when you don't pay people enough. If they don't get to, yeah, I don't even know how to explain it, but yeah, my life is quite slow. I just go into work. I do, like, again, I do an internship. It is in structural projects. It's quite fun, but yeah, I need to have another experience in another area, even though I don't want to follow like private career, like in companies. I want to work for the government. That is another big path. Here in Brazil, it is work a bit different, I believe, from the other parts of the world. And yeah, I think for today it is what it is, and I think I see you at the end of the month, maybe the 31st or the 1st of June or 31st of May, like, or next month. I don't know when I'm gonna film it, but I'm gonna show you what I work on the rest of the month. Yeah, have a nice week. Bye bye.